Cheating spouse doesn't want to try to save our marriage, but also doesn't want to leave. Is this normal? Sorry, I don't know all the abbreviations, brand new to this sub. Long read, so thanks if you power through. My 37 female husband, 38 male, have been married for 13 years. We have a 2.5-year-old together. He started acting distant and less affectionate in late February/early March. I thought he was stressed, overworked, etc. When pressed, he finally confessed that 3 years prior, he had an affair. This was the same time frame we were trying to start a family. He said it ended and no longer has contact, etc. I have a feeling it ended when I got pregnant, but that all feels irrelevant now. The worst part was he said he wasn't in love with me anymore, and didn't think he could get those feelings back. I begged for him to try. I was blindsided. I thought we had a great relationship. We get along great, enjoy spending time together, work well together, etc. I thought we were happy, maybe a bit in a rut and lacking in the bedroom, but a pregnancy and baby can do that to you. He was even talking about what we would do during retirement just before this came up. I asked if there was anyone currently and he denied it several times. We went through a few weeks of emotional conversations, lots of tears, sleepless nights, etc. I lost weight because I could barely eat. He talked about getting an apartment but kept putting it off. Then I noticed a phone number that he had lengthy phone calls to, and when I asked about it he acted like he had no idea what they were, even when he had just had a 20-minute conversation with them that morning. Well, it turns out it was a current AP. He claimed they were just taking but admitted to liking her. And she is aware he is married and is in a relationship of her own as well. Who does that? Once I saw a phone call to a hotel, I knew for sure the just friends/just talking was complete BS. He still won't outright admit it, but isn't denying it either. He says he doesn't know what he wants, and he is trying to process everything. But also claims he fell out of love years ago. He keeps saying to give him time, and I am trying to. But I also don't want to be stuck in limbo. When I realized he was texting her next to me on the couch, I lost it. I told him he has to decide if he wants to try to work things out with me, and I would give him all the time he needs or he can see where things go with her, but if he picks her he needed to move out and I would not be there if he changed his mind. But feeling out a relationship with someone else while I waited around was not okay and I deserve more respect. So he told her he had to stop communicating with her so he could get his head straight and make a decision regarding his marriage without outside influence. So far that seems to be true, but it doesn't matter if he has no desire to attempt to reconcile. I am done getting my hopes up. Throughout this whole process, he keeps saying how much he cares about me. That I am one of 2 people he is closest to and he doesn't want to lose that. We comfort each other, hug and hold each other daily. We are not sleeping together, literally, we sleep in separate beds, no sex, no kissing except him kissing me on the head. But every time I tell him I am letting him go, that I am coming to terms with the end of our marriage and giving him what he wants, he breaks down. I know a lot of it, most of it, is because he doesn't want to lose time with our son. He doesn't want to live somewhere else and miss all the little things, like hugs when he gets home from work or his bedtime routine. He says the thought of not seeing him all the time makes him sick to his stomach. But I point out that he also isn't making an effort to repair our marriage, which is the only scenario where we would continue to live together as a family. That he doesn't want me, he just doesn't want the changes and repercussions of a divorce. He says that's part of it, but he does still care about me and doesn't want to lose me. Honestly, it would be a long, difficult, and maybe impossible journey to repair our relationship. He knows I am still willing to make the effort. But I can't make him want to. But it seems he is paralyzed. He has so far refused individual therapy, marriage counseling, and honestly tries to avoid talking about the elephant in the room. I actually got him to start a joint marriage counseling app, but he just started it last night, so it may not go anywhere either. It's been over 10 weeks now since D-Day. I don't know what to do at this point. This feels like such a bizarre situation and I don't know if I should continue to give him time and leave reconciliation as an option, or push for him to move out and do a separation, or blindside him with divorce papers, which I don't want to do because I believe we can stay amicable and civil even if we split. It's just exhausting, and even when things are going well, at some point I just crumble at the reality of it all. I am open to questions, insights, gentle reality checks, etc. Just please be kind. And thank you for taking the time to read and respond.
I, male 31, caught my wife, female 32, in a lie by spying on her after she wanted to bail out on me on our anniversary. Should I come clean about it? Relationships. This is a throwaway account. Sorry for the wall of text. I was at work the other day and my wife sends me a message. Will you be mad at me if I go out with my friend on our anniversary? I was immediately furious, but not specifically because she wanted to go out. To be honest, I couldn't even put my finger on why I was so upset. We have been living together for over a decade now and have been married almost as long. We started having children shortly after marriage, and none of our friends were really at that stage of their lives yet. Fast forward to today, and the very good close friends that we have are few. Most of our friends have moved away, and other than checking in every few months, or an occasional get-together, things have been pretty quiet. I am a lot more outgoing than my wife, and I have a lot of people that I call friends. But to be honest, I don't really spend a whole lot of time with them outside of where I know them from. Throughout this entire time, my wife has been my very best friend. I have been hers. In the past couple years, my wife has made a new friend. She is awesome. They share a ton of interests. And unlike a lot of her old friends, she is actually a nice person and doesn't treat my wife like garbage or get into any drama. Since then, I have found myself sidelined quite often. If a movie that she was very excited for came out, we would get someone to babysit and I would be the one she would drag along. Now I am the one staying at home while she goes to see the movie with her friend. I would ask my wife if she wanted to do little things when we got the chance. Take the kids to the park, go for a walk together, go to a restaurant, etc., and I am pretty much always shut down. When her friend asks her to go for a walk every Friday night, she jumps at the chance. We will hang out and watch a movie together when the kids go to bed, and she will be texting her friend non-stop. My wife once asked me if I would be alright with her and the kids taking a 1 to 2 week long vacation with her friend and her kids, me not included. I know some dads would jump at the chance, but the thought of staying in an empty house alone while the people I love most are out having a great time makes me feel like garbage. Luckily, this hasn't happened yet. Now, I totally understand all of this. I am totally jealous, and I feel ashamed, but it is the truth. So when she asked me if she could go out with her friend on our anniversary, wow, was I ever mad. I imagined her friend asking if she wanted to go out, and my wife saying, "Oh, that is my anniversary, but whatever, it doesn't matter anyway." I replied, wisely, by saying that I was too upset to even respond, and that we can talk about it when I am home and cool down a bit. I am not an angry guy, and I am constantly preaching openness, truthfulness and communication. There is a reason that we have been together so long, and it is because we both work at it and keep communicating our feelings, etc. I told her what I felt, and how I was pretty much trapped. If I tell her not to go, I am the jerk ruining her night out with her friend. If I tell her to go, then I am basically saying our anniversary doesn't matter to me and that I don't mind being left out. She said that she already cancelled plans with her friend because I was upset. I told her that I bet that the two of them were just laughing at me. This whole situation just made me feel like a loser. When we were laying in bed for the night, she then went on to say that, "My friend suggested that I bring you out with us," but then she would be the third wheel, and as soon as she said it, I knew that she was lying. It was oddly specific the way she said it, and at the time I was sure that she was feeling guilty. I even said, "I really doubt that you weren't making fun of me." I don't believe it. The next day I started exercising, and because of me shaking the floor, her computer came out of sleep mode. Facebook was open. I decided that I would find out for myself what was being said and 100% snooped. I checked her messages with her friend, and of course I was right. My wife and her friend were joking around saying that I would be the third wheel, that I probably wasn't planning anything fun anyway, etc. It was a terrible idea. I never should have invaded her messages. We both just leave our stuff open on our computers because we don't have anything to hide and we trust each other. We trust each other so much that we share a bank account. I have been working very hard to make sure that I never lie to her, even about little things like this, but at the same time, I caught her in a lie. I know that compared to most things on this board that this is nothing. This is such a boring problem that I have, and it isn't even a big deal. She isn't cheating on me, or lying about something major. In fact, she is probably only lying to spare my feelings. Our relationship isn't in any kind of jeopardy, but I still want to work hard to make it as good as it can be. I think I should probably tell her that I saw the messages, but I am looking for some advice. How can I expect her total and complete honesty if I don't give her mine? I checked her page again today to see if she was still going on about it, but she actually deleted all of her old messages for that friend, and that friend only. I think she is trying to cover up her lie by destroying the evidence of it, or just plain suspects that I checked it. Like I said, we don't usually have anything to hide, so we just leave our stuff out. I feel like a loser for going through her stuff, but I already felt like a loser for being made fun of anyway.